And Maidong immediately taking out Temple of Anubis, not wanting to go to everyone's favorite or perhaps not so favorite capture point map.
Sooner or later, banning out Route 66 and Gibraltar first.
Uh-oh, this is shenanigans. 2 payload maps biting the dust out here immediately.
Smells fishy.
Lijiang Tower being taken out by Maidong. And we'll see if Sooner or Later takes on another payload map, because if another payload map goes down, then you have to wonder, okay, what is their plan here today? Because they might actually be focusing more on King of the Hill or Capture Point, and they take out Torado Fish Sticks. This might be happening.
Oh, goodness. Where are we going to end up?
They're making Maidong ban out all the Capture Point and King of the Hill maps, and you can't ban out all of them as one team.
No. They haven't banned out Nepal yet. Looks like...
They banned out Nambani. Wait, our map pool... Huh. Okay, this is getting a little weird.
King's Row still in the pool.
Watch Sooner or Later just...
faithful.
Okay, they took out Volskaya.
Okay.
But we're guaranteed to have either a Capture Point or a King of the Hill map in the map pool now at the very least. Maidong probably going to take out Hanamura, I would guess. Or maybe Nepal. I mean, Nepal hasn't exactly been too great to Maidong in the past either. Yes, we'll see.
What's it going to be? 8 seconds left on the clock to ban out the next map. What's it going to be? Maidong ban...
Hanamura,
right.
there it is.
Hanamura.
So Hollywood, Kings Row, Nepal. The map draft ending a little bit sane in the end. But Sooner or Later, they could have pushed us really in a crazy direction if they wanted to. Towards the end, Hollywood going to get taken out. Will it be Kings Row to start out the... Maidong has the ban. It's got to be Kings Row. And there it is. Okay. So Kings Row will be the first map here in this set. This is going to be SOL versus Maidong. And SOL, a team that, again, that we don't have that much data on, but there are some familiar names on. We're going to see what they bring to the table here versus Maidong. This could be a game that they could win.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see how this team plays. A couple of names that we don't know, but a couple of names that we certainly do. And Twitch chat is going crazy for Vainless right now for whatever reason.
Vainless has been riling them up, I think, all day.
I guess so. Apparently.
I just know I tabbed in there. I saw Vainless talking. So Vainless, a good contributor to the Twitch chat, and he's going to have to play this game, though. It's a little bit difficult to play and do Twitch chat at the same time, though. I guess every now and then we see Mendo trying to attempt that feat. Looks like we're going to have the side of Maidong on the attack first. It's going to be SOL defending, and we'll see just what happens here in Kings Row.
All right. Good old faithful Kings Row going there first, as we have so many times in these best of 3, best of 5 sets. Everybody likes this map, and I like it. I like watching it as well. It is one of the more narrow maps throughout the entire duration of it, actually. Almost every phase is more narrow than almost any other payload map. So you do see these more concentrated fights where things like Pharah ultimates and Zarya ultimates can absolutely be in game changers. You see massive resurrections. You see massive sound barriers when everyone's so tightly packed up like that. It just makes for these really exciting moments. It certainly can. Of course, Reinhardt's shield basically covers half of the choke points most of the time as well. So you definitely see that standard core Reinhardt, Pharah, Mercy, Lucio almost every single time here as we do go to London. Time and time again, Kings Row, the most picked map in competitive Overwatch, bar none.
And Kings Row, a map that if you are getting the competitive Overwatch, you have to be comfortable with, because teams will bring you here whether you like it or not. But taking a look here at the defense coming out from the side of Sooner or Later, we're going to have Ruster on the Reinhardt, Vainless on Lucio, Vainless, the hero of Twitch chat as it were, Icefelt on the McCree, Evo on the Symmetra, Choi on a defensive Widow, and Outsider on Zarya. For those who are just tuning in wondering, hey, I don't see a whole lot of double hero comps here. The GamersOrigin tournament has decided to only allow one hero limit, so that is why you're not seeing sort of the more typical double hero comps that we've seen in the meta as of late.
That is correct, ZP. And I'm wondering the same thing that Mendo is. Who is Vaneless? I mean, I know who Vaneless is. We've seen him play before, but I'm wondering where all his fans came from, because this is new.
Definitely a little bit unexpected, but hey, Mendo maybe feeling a little bit jealous here. I mean, Mendo's used to being the hero of chat, and now Vaneless is coming in and stealing his glory. You know, Mendo's playing it off like he's okay with it, but inside he might be roiling with anger.
All right, here we go. Let's get into it. MyDog attacking first, coming out the gates with, yet again, that standard composition, and Mendo taken out quickly here in the first moments of the game.
Yeah, Choi finding the pickoff that he needed to start this out, and that's going to delay the offense by quite a bit, so it's going to be interesting to see if the offense changes things up or just, you know, builds up the Mercy. We've seen before where the offense will sort of, okay, we're going to take some poke, we're going to let the defense poke us, we're going to build our Mercy and then come in with an early res. But the offense not wasting any time, they're getting in on this right now, getting directly onto the point. Vaneless able to take out Wet Pass, fans the hammer. Icefelt looking for more here, gets more. Ruster with the double kill and a pretty good defense coming out here so far from SOL.
SOL holding very strong, almost a complete wipe there. And now just one Mercy left, and Choi not even killing the Mercy, so now Mercy 30 seconds away from his team. Getting back into the action here. We'll have
Twix switching up to Genji now, deciding that Genji might be better for this next push. The offense is regrouping, getting ready to move in at a moment's notice. They do have a resurrection up, so they are going to go in here in just a second. They're waiting for something here. I think they're just letting Twix take out all the turrets, and here they go. They are moving forward. Or are they? They're really taking their time.
Both team has the resurrection up now, so this next fight should be interesting indeed. Not any other ultimates up just yet. Icefelt does finally get his. Not even close to the sound barrier for wins yet, so I think that just means that MyDog, they've either been wiped or they're not even engaging yet. Outsider pushing by himself though, Outsider alone, ZP.
Twick able to get into the back, takes out the teleporter, if nothing else, and yeah, Outsider is pushing a little bit far out for the defense. Icefelt with the double kill. Meanwhile, we have Twick in the back, looking for pickoffs as Genji has to back out a bit. We have the offensive Graviton Surge come out, but gets absolutely nothing done, and as a result, the defense going to hold here again. Twick, one of the last people actually alive, but he's just sort of, I don't know what he's doing in the back at this point. Being a distraction, but not getting that much done, at least for now.
All right, next push is forming up here as MyDog inches ever closer towards the point. Of course, reinforced with the shield up to protect this whole team, and they're so bunched up right now. Outsider has Graviton Surge. This could catch almost the entire team right here if they're not careful, and Wepus' shield very low right now. Uko's gonna just revive.
There it is, the Graviton Surge comes out, it grabs 3 people in it! The defense going to get another wipe off this. Meanwhile, Ice on the back gets pistol down by Unko. Unko, some good job there to actually stay alive, get the pick off, but the defense is going to hold. And wow, the defense of SoonerOrLater really impressive thus far. I was not expecting this, Fishsticks.
Yeah, this team is very impressive right now, putting up a really good fight. They've come out of nowhere. We'd never heard of them until today. I didn't think they were even going to take a win against Gringos, but here they are putting up a really good fight against MyDog and already getting an initial kill on Wins, who hasn't even had a sound barrier yet. I think he's had one.
And Ruster takes out Unko with the Fire Strike, and now the defense could really go in here and clean this up if they want to. They might just save ultimates. I mean, a lot of times you'll see defenses run in and try and, you know, take advantage of a situation like this, but they might not even have to do that. They're already up people. They have to put the onus on the offense. That being said, they're letting the offense move in. Ruster hanging onto the Earth Shatter. Could drop it at a moment's notice, and there it is! That's going to be a 4-person Earth Shatter! Ruster's patience paying off! Icefeld comes in with the backup, takes out Wepus, but AKM starting to turn this in favor of the offense. Resurrections going off on both sides. Icefeld able to take out AKM. But still, MyDog making the most of what could have been a very bad situation off a 4-person Earth Shatter coming in from Ruster.
And starting to go the way of MyDog here as they have collected 2 kills, and now only 1 kill for the defending team, and this is snowballing out of control. MyDog has gained the advantage. They've gained the foothold finally after 4 minutes. They will collect the first objective, but that's a very nice hold by SOL. They've got to feel really good about their performance thus far on King's Row.
Yeah, they're able to get the payload moving, but not too shabby coming out from SoonerOrLater. They were able to hold things down for quite a long time. And really, it took sort of Dragon Blade heroics at the end from Twick to get 3 kills to really solidify that for his team. Patience paying off and when to use the Dragon Blade, but yeah, not too shabby at all coming out from SOL. And if SOL can put on a good Streets defense here, they could actually even hold before the last point.
And I don't mind the aggression now out of Maidong. Of course, Unco does have the Mercy Resurrection at bay, so if a couple of them die, it's no harm, no foul. They should push in very aggressively here, but there will be Vaneless will also have his ultimate very soon.
Graviton Surge coming out.
Surges on both sides.
It's going to grab 2, 3, 4 people. That's going to be a quad kill for the offense. And there's going to be a res that brings everyone back up. The defense might not be out of this yet. Offensive Sound Bearer is out. Offense wants to keep this moving forward. AKM and Twick picking up another 2 kills. Icebelt, though, takes out Twick, staying on top. Has a Deadeye that he could be dropping any moment here. Deadeye coming out. Offense dealing with it pretty well. They have the Reinhardt shield out. He's going to have to just blow it. Does damage to Reinhardt shield, but not the worst showing for the offense. And Maidong now showing some renewed life.
Yeah, Maidong thrusting forward here through the narrow rows of King's Row here. And they're continuing on with the aggression. They have the momentum. They have the ultimate advantage. They have the man advantage. So they're going to collect this next checkpoint and be in a really nice position as they do push ever closer to the end of the map. And after being held for so long on the first point, they have basically moved forward unfettered.
Yeah, not too bad for Maidong. And really making up for a lot of lost time. I mean, they almost got shut out on point A, but the Streets phase might as well have not existed. They got through really off the great Graviton Surge of Mendo, and now they're threatening to set a pretty good time here on King's Row. We see Twick in the back with Barrage at the ready. Could be dropping that ammo. Is moving forward off the speed boost. Here he comes. Barrage not coming out just yet. In fact, Icefeld going to take him out. So the defense there with 3 quick kills. In comes the resurrection from the offense. It's not over yet. Reinhardt shield is going to be taken down, however, AKM on the Vanless. And Maidong now off the pistol of AKM, really starting to make things happen. AKM on a triple kill, and now Maidong pushing through towards the end, making a quad. AKM just absolutely going crazy on this push.
Still one last chance to stop the payload. There's only 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock, so they could hold here on defense. They could hold well. They're collapsing from multiple places at once, but Tveek with the ultimate is going to make plenty of room for his team now, but yet this defensive team still collapsing.
Oh no, Mendo fell off at his own will! Mendo fell off, and the defense is going to push us forward. At least I think it was Ono. There's a possibility it was a Lucio speed boost, but yeah, it wasn't Lucio. Never mind. It didn't really look like a boost. It's like, wait a second. But Mendo going to get booped off the ledge, and not too shabby for the defense coming out from SoonerOrLater, able to hold things out in a very grim situation.
All right, so Maidong, they have a couple of ultimates to their name, and they're going to start things off with the Earth Shatter there. And that's
Earth Shatter from Web has set that up.
Oh God, ZP, that is going to be a time set.
That is going to be game absolutely. Wepes coming out with a great Earthshatter. Wepes, otherwise known as Reinforce, that is actually Reinforce playing. His account got incredibly bugged out, so you know, credit where credit is due, because that was a great game-winning Earthshatter. And man, play the game from Unco. I feel like we've seen this a lot today.
The game, come on, man, holy hell! So many reses. This one was huge though. In response to the massive Pharah ultimate from Choi, which allowed the defense to pick up 3-4 kills in a row. All of those people brought right back into the action, and that was all that Maidong needed to set a time there on King's Row. Again, though, 7 minutes and 36 seconds, certainly beatable for SOL.
Yeah, SOL can bring this back. 736 again. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but this is sort of your standard middle of the road time where both the offense and defense are reasonably happy with it. It's from the defender's point of view, you can definitely hold for 7 minutes 36 seconds. That's not possible. From the offense's point of view, it's beatable. So really, both teams can kind of go in on neutral ground going into the second round. Mendo immediately looking at the stream going, I felt, look, we correct things. Anyway.
Oh man, just goes to show the vanity of these teams. We got
it's like we just won quickly to the stream.
Yeah. That's so funny, man. Oh, but I'm not surprised at all. Of course, Mendo is one to always be popping into chat, sometimes even in the middle of games, chatting with the people, So not surprised. He wants to hear what we're saying. He wants to hear what you or see what you guys are saying in chat as well. So you know, I'm not surprised at all to see that.
Not in the least. But taking a look at the defense now, rolling out for the side of Maidon. We're gonna have Wep-S on the Reinhardt. Twick on the Genji, wins on Lucio, Unco on the Symmetra, Mendo Kusai on Reaper, and AKM on the McCree.
And the attacking roster won't be finalized until they step out the door, but we might see a Hanzo. Unsure whether that's going to be for just the initial scatter arrow or if he'll stick with Hanzo. I wouldn't mind seeing this roster. Look, we have a Mei and a Hanzo in play.
That would be new. I mean,
yeah.
You know, people often go, hey, you know, we want to see more Mei. We even had a tournament a while back where on that Torino someone was going to donate and did donate, I think, $100 extra just for seeing Mei. But Mei not going to be Bay here as Choi switching off to the Pharah and Icefeld going on the McCree. So no Hanzo, no Mei. Feels bad.
Here we go, kicking things off. Too bad. I wanted to see a little bit of variation. I mean, these teams are just sticking with these ultra standard, ultra safe rosters. Defense only does have one healer though, wins Lucio. No Mercy at play.
Take a look at Mendo. Mendo coming in from the back. Wasn't seen getting out of Vaneless. Vaneless, though, able to back off and get to safety for a moment. Not the worst getaway from him. Defense doing their best to hang on here, but the offense now only really left with Icefeld. Icefeld perhaps going to go down here a moment, and that will be a full hold for Maidon. But it wasn't the worst offensive look from SoonerOrLater either. I mean, they got in, and that could have went their way under other circumstances.
Yeah. So SOL, back at it again. And SOL, they do have the Mercy res, so they can play very aggressively here. As long as they get 1 or 2 kills, it'll be worth it. As long as that Mercy's in a position to get the revive.
AKM comes out the Deadeye, does not quite kill Pharah, but still the kill feed entirely in favor of the defense. Resurrection is going to come up, bring up some of those fallen heroes. Choi over the top, landing some really good rockets, and this is not looking too bad thus far, but Twick reflects the Deadeye, moves in, gets another kill, Dragon Blade, gets a triple kill. Twick actually on the quad on that play, goes absolutely ham, and solidifies the defense for Maidon. Wow.
When Tvik has the sword out, you know damage is going to be done almost every single time. It means at least a couple kills are going his way. So nice stuff by Tvik, holding it together for his team after what was a really nice push. I mean, that was a huge resurrection by Vaneless. But back at it again, SOL pushing once more. No ultimates to their name. There's a defensive sound barrier.
Defensive ult is out, and AKM's just going in, gets a quick double kill. Tvik in the back, going in on Choi. A little bit of reflection, not able to kill him just yet. And Choi actually with a triple kill barrage on his own. So the offense with a bit of life here. Down goes Tvik in the end. Choi over the top, gets another 2 kills. Choi going ham, starts spamming crouch at a hello. But I'm gonna say while he's doing this, people are coming in on the teleporter. I'm not sure they're gonna be able to get in time. That was pretty decisive, but they are. Death Blossom comes in from Mendo. Pharah actually helped him out a little bit. That being said, Graviton Surge coming in, going to get 2 more members of the defense. Maidon not looking so hot right now. Tvik in the back, under attack by Choi, and Choi just making that push his own. He went absolutely nuts there, Fish Sticks.
Yeah, and that's a much better time than was set by Maidon on the first point. So some wiggle room now for the attacking team. SOL moves on to the streets, the narrow street area of the map. Let's see if there are any roster switch ups. No, it looks pretty consistent. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Genji switch, maybe even a Widowmaker switch.
Can we talk about this ultimate that Tvik just came out with? That was... I think he accidentally hit Q. That couldn't have been intentional. Chat is going to be filled with NA ult any moment here, but he's getting in the back, getting on the Vaneless, able to take him out. Who needs a sword anyways? Maybe Tvik did, because he just got taken out by the Reinhardt. Defense though hanging in there after the Earth Shatter. Justice raining from above by Choi. Choi though immediately taken up by Mendo, and AKM with the big double kill to sort of clean this out, and Maidon going to hold here in the first look of the Streets phase.
Yes, indeed. And no hero switches yet for the attacking team, sticking stubbornly with what they've got. And they do need to take down Reinforce's shield as quickly as they can, so they'll be spamming that thing down as quickly as they possibly can. Both shields now getting quite a bit of damage dealt to them. Both Reinhardts will charge into each other. Mendo with an ultimate, but Choi is behind.
Choi comes in from the back, was able to put an end to that. He's coming in. Twick with the double kill, though, as Genji has a Dragon Blade, might not even need it. AKM again with another double, and very, very flashy on both sides, resurrections and all, but Maidong going to hold on to it, and now they're pretty good ult-wise. They're going to have a Deadeye, they're going to have a Dragon Blade. They're looking good for defending the next part of the Streets phase, and I'll say this, Fish, really, there's time is starting to run down for SoonerOrLater here. They only have about 3 minutes left, and they have not made a whole lot of progress here in the Streets.
Yeah, Maidong doing pretty well so far after the first point. They've nothing fancy, nothing crazy. They've just been sticking behind Reinforce's shield, playing well as a team, sticking together, and we have a bunch of ultimates up for both teams. It's the support ultimates up for their defense, though. So we could see a sound barrier here in a second. We could see resurrection, although Unko's out of the action. So this is a 6v4 now, as SOL finally taking advantage of their two-man advantage here.
And there was nothing really flashy in that entire fight, really. It was just they got pickoffs. There was no crazy ultimates and whatnot. But that means they're going to have crazy ultimates going forward here. Speaking of crazy ultimates, defensive Earth Shatter is down. Sound Barrier is down. Both teams still at full strength, though. Weathering the storm with an offensive Sound Barrier. Really, both sides getting their pickoffs, but Mendo comes in with the barrage, secures a double kill. He's gonna get taken out by Outsider, though. So really, this is all sorts of back and forth. Ruster off the Graviton Surge, swing the hammer, looking for an extra kill. Outsider was able to get one. Ruster on the web pass, drops the Earth Shatter, takes out another, but this is so back and forth right now, and the defense might be on the way to holding as Vic and AKM coming in, taking out Outsider and Ruster.
But there should be a small window of opportunity for the attacking team, as it will be about 4 versus 3 at the point, or maybe even 4 versus 2 if they can get there quickly enough. Maybe they can't, though. Maybe they're not.
They're taking a while to get back, and right now they only have 1:40 left, so their path to victory here, they need to immediately take out everyone on the cart and continue moving forward. This is not a good position to be in as the offense. Time just very much not on their side, but Choi does have a barrage. They have an offensive resurrection. The ultimate's way more in favor of the offense. The offense going to move forward here. Choi looking for those mid-air rockets, not able to connect. Going over the top, might be dropping a barrage anytime here. Moving in from the back, in comes the barrage, gets 1 kill, and Icefeld with the triple kill, Deadeye. But the resurrection going to bring up a lot of those fallen heroes.
Yeah, a huge res there. That could be play of the game for Unko yet again. He's gotten like 6 play of the games today, when he might have just gotten another, because that resurrection was so key, so important for Maidong, as there was finally a lot of momentum going behind SOL. It was completely shut down by a Mercy res, and I gotta start to say out loud, Mercy's res should not build as fast as it does right now. Like, we are just seeing so many insanely massive reses changing the face of the game right now. It's incredibly important.
Yep, and the fight still now just sort of being scrappy. Both teams poking at each other, neither going super deep in. That being said, Mendo going to get taken out by Icefeld. And time-wise, it might already be time. I mean, this isn't looking too bad for the offense. Icefeld with the double kill, but with only 23 seconds left, I'm pretty sure this is GG. I can't believe that they would get the cart from here all the way to the end. Mathematically, maybe it's still possible, but a team of the caliber of Maidong, they're not going to let this fly. So map 1 will be going to Maidong. Good defensive effort coming out from them. GGs are coming out. And wow, I mean, good effort from both teams here, really, Fish Sticks.
Yeah, really close stuff, honestly. I'm super impressed with this SOL team, and it's just so refreshing to see that it's not just 1 or 2 teams at the very top of each region. We've seen a lot of new teams coming out of the woodwork for both North America and Europe. And Europe especially, man, they have such a number of teams that are just like 1 rung below the highest level, which means that they're going to be able to scrim against each other. They're going to have plenty of practice partners, and they are going to have an opportunity to challenge for the very top of Europeans' best.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that EU has had, I think, in a lot of games, not just Overwatch, I mean, I think it's just the nature of the competition over there, but we have a lot of... Oh, hang on, what are they saying? Time... Wait, what is going on with AKM saying it's only if both teams don't finish the map, it's still fine? Wait, they finished the map. So, yeah. I'm not sure what they're getting on there, but going back onto a point about EU and whatnot, EU in regards to comp play, they've really had a strong mid card in whatever game you're looking at, where you can have a lot of people come up over the top. NA's sort of been in this situation where you have a lot of very, very top elite NA teams, teams at the bottom, and then not as much in the middle. So a lot to really look forward to on the EU side in terms of teams sort of, as you mentioned, one rung below, bringing up their game and coming to the top.
All right, that's the first map, ladies and gentlemen. Maidong does take a narrow win over SOL, and as we mentioned previously, they have not had an easy run in this tournament yet at all. They've played two great teams already, and honestly taken more narrow victories than you might have expected. Again, just a very narrow victory there on Kings Row, and let's figure out what the next map is going to be in this best of 3.
Well, we know from there that Nepal is in the map pool. I would not be surprised to see sooner or later bring them to Nepal. Of course, Nepal has been, and there it is. They don't even have to think about it. Fish 6 is like, you know what, we want Nepal. So Nepal is going to be our map number 2 in SOL versus Maidong.
All right, to Nepal we head, and like you've mentioned, this Maidong team hasn't looked the strongest on Nepal, but yet I'm still not sure who this favors. SOL, brand new team on the block. Do they have the kind of tracers and Genjis that we are used to seeing dominate on maps like Nepal, control point maps? You know, even more so than other places, we do see more and more tracer, more and more Genji. Again, though, this is not this tournament is one hero limit, so only one hero, one of each hero for each team. So you can't really see the tracer stacking like we have seen prior to this. It does look like go ahead, ZP.
No, I was going to say, the one hero limit definitely adds a new wrinkle to King of the Hill. Oftentimes, one of the people from the spectator point of view, that's where people, I think, get their most up on saying, hey, can we have a one hero limit? Because when you have, 4 tracers running around between both teams, it can get a little bit confusing as to who's doing what. So from a spectator point of view, the fact that we're running one hero limit today makes things a little bit more clear, and it does mean that we get to see some different strategies on King of Hill when compared to the norm. So we're ready. One of the teams is ready. I think we're just waiting here for Maidong saying eating a kebab will be ready in 1 second. Kebab pizza is what he says. Is that even a thing?
Unfortunately, yes. I've been to Sweden a number of times for DreamHack, and I will say Swedish cuisine is not as bad as people say it is. Like authentic Swedish cuisine, good. Swedish pizza, very bad. Do not recommend Swedish pizza at all. It's some of the worst pizza I've ever had. But we are going to Nepal now.
Whoa, shots being fired here.
It's true, man. I'm not lying to you guys. I would never do that. But here we go, Nepal. First point, it's going to be the village to start things off.
The one and only the village. That's going to be one of those things where eventually we'll get used to calling it the names all the time. But for me, it's in my head, it's always stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Village, formerly known as stage 1. So getting things started a little bit classically here, as we almost always used to start out on the stage back in the day.
Yep. All right, I'm going to be super interested to see the hero lineups for both teams here. Don't want to comment too early because they can switch up until the last minute.
A moment to enjoy some peace and quiet.
No, just saying never mind. I'm not sure what he's saying never mind for, but taking a look here at the roster coming out from Maidong, we're going to have WePass on the Winston, AKM on McCree, Mendo Kusai on the Tracer, Unko on Mercy, Tavik on the Genji, and Wins on Lucio.
On the other side, of course, we got Rooster playing Winston, Icefeld on the McCree, Veinless actually playing Zenyatta. We haven't seen a lot of Zenyatta today or recently, period. Lucio for Evoke, Choi on Reaper, and Outsider on Zarya.
And we've gotten into a very bloody fight here so far. Both teams trading out kills. I think it's about a 4v4. Wins under duress, though. Gonna get taken out by Outsider. Icefeld, full HP. McCree looking for more. Gets the double kill. Makes it a triple. Takes out Mendo. And Icefeld coming out strong here as McCree on round 1 Nepal. And putting SOL in a pretty good opportunity to take first control of the point.
SOL, nice advantage. And of course, that means that they are going to have the ultimate advantage earlier on as well, as almost everybody on their team is 50% or more. Icefeld already almost has his Deadeye. where AKM only has 35%. Tveek has his ultimate though.
Oh, beautiful pulse bomb comes out from Mendo, takes out Vainless, swoops in from the top like a ninja. Vainless even saying nice one. That was a nice one. AKM falling over, takes out Icefeld, but the defense of SOL is staying strong. That being said, Tveek coming out as the Genji, able to take out Evo, looking for more. No, Choi's gonna shoot him in the back, those Hellfire shotguns. And this might be another hold coming out for SOL.
Yeah, SOL starting off very strong here on Nepal, and as we mentioned, potentially not the strongest map for Maidong. Traditionally, they've had some trouble here. They are going to try to take the high ground approach, though. All of them coming up top. Will be raining down bullets from above. They will just drop down finally. And do they have any ultimates to their name? No ultimates at all for Maidong. A whole bunch for the defensive team, and Outsider's going to get a spree.
Yeah, that was a beautiful Graviton Surge. Choi was there with the Death Blossom follow-up and made for 4 quick kills on the defense. And again, Nepal proving to be a thorn in the side for any team that has links to IDD QD, as now SOL 70% here on Nepal round 1, and not looking like they're gonna lose this point at any point in the future. We're gonna have to see. Really only about one good push left here for Maidong.
Mendo, of course, playing the Tracer right now. Let's take a look at his Tracer. As the teams are both flashing right on the point. It's 6 versus 6. Actually, Wins goes down, so 5 versus 6 now for Maidong. AKM down as well, so this could be the first point, completely uncontested, completely unfettered, easily going to SOL.
That is a full team wipe in favor of SOL, and yeah, there's no one is going to be able to come back. Oh, look at that! Wins! That was a lot of speed coming out from Wins. He almost caused overtime. Just as saying, you know, they're not going to be able to cause overtime. Wins suddenly coming out of nowhere, almost making it happen, not quite. But a very, very strong showing for SOL on round 1 Nepal, and now they're a mere 1 round away from taking this map and evening up the series 1-1.
Yeah, will we see any roster switches? Lucio's, of course, for both teams. We do now have Winston for both teams as well. Of course, the Winston ultimate, you can use that to knock people into the pit, which is a huge hazard on this point. Otherwise, everything else looks pretty much more or less the same. Tveek has switched off Genji and onto Reaper, though. That makes a little bit of sense as well.
Yep, that switch off. Reaper, honestly, very good on these round 3 King of the Hill maps. Maybe not Ilios round 3, but certainly Lijiang and Nepal. Take a look here. Both teams fighting on opposite sides. We've actually had this situation where teams sort of ring around the rosy a bit here. They just keep circling each other while looking for positioning. Neither team really too eager to get on the control point, but here we go. Ruster leaping in, going to be the opening salvo as Winston. Choi as the backup. Mendo, though, able to get into the back, takes out Vainless. Icefeld on the Mendo. 5v5 on the point right now, and take a look at this. SOL's positioning on the point here first. They have the bear position. Evo takes out Wapass, and now Maidong having to just sort of follow in. Not the greatest look. A resurrection comes out, and we'll see if this is enough for them to turn it in their favor. AKM looking for pickoffs, has been very, very good at that. Has a double kill here so far. Almost gets knocked off, not quite though. Moving forward, but Icefeld takes him out. Absolutely back and forth on this point, but it's looking like Maidong going to get the first control point cap of round number 2.
You're right, ZP. They have captured the objective, and Mendo, looks like Mendo is going to go for a sneaky flank here. So Mendo's Tracer, is he detected yet? They should be able to hear him, potentially. They should be able to hear him, but here comes Mendo from behind, as the rest of his team is in front, but Mendo kind of out of sync with his team, and didn't really work out there.
Quick though, able to take out Icefeld right away. Wepass getting on to Evo. And this is a good look for Maidong despite the early pick off of Mendo. AKM comes in with the Deadeye with the cleanup. Choi, the only one really getting an extra kill there. Down goes Outsider, ends up killing himself, and Ruster going to be the final one to fall, as Maidong looking like a different team here on round number 2.
I think this point really does favor Tracers. So Mendo has been able to do a lot of work despite the fact that we saw him get shut down previously. Mendo does have his ult up, so we could see the pulse bomb dropped. The entire team of SOL is so grouped up. They dropped their sound barrier. GP, take it away.
Sound barrier coming in. In comes the Graviton Surge. They're moving in. Ruster gets on the Wepass. Much more invigorated side is SOL here, but Twick takes out Icefeld, brings it back the other way. Choi gets knocked off. And this is still looking pretty good for Maidong. They need 1 or 2 more kills to secure it. Tveek getting in on the Mercy. Mercy going to go down. Here comes Icefeld, though, at the flank. Icefeld being really sneaky. Mendo, though, puts an end to that. and this is looking like another hold here for the side of Maidong. Wow.
Yeah, Mendo hyper aggressive right now, risking dying, but here comes Unko to heal him all the way back up. And now look how aggressive the posture is by Maidong. They don't want to even let SOL through the doorway. They're going to push all the way up and try to block anyone from coming in. Let's see if they can do it. This could also bite them in the ass if any of them die, though. We do have a
this is scary. If you go too far in, it can really go back in on you. But still, 2 kills here for the side of Maidong. Make it 3. AKM being absolutely relentless at cleaning this out. He has been on point, but no, he gets knocked off, killed by Choi. And now maybe there's a bit of hope here for SOL. I don't know, but web pass with double kills as Winston, and this should be round number 2 for Maidong.
All right, look at that ZP. So point A was 100% to 0%. Point B was 100% to 0%, but this time to Maidong. So now we go to round 3.
Round number 3, everything gonna be decided here. The round formerly known as round 2 or stage number 2, now scrambled to be our final point here in Nepal.
It's called the Shrine.
The Shrine, yes.
Whoa.
Village Shrine
Sanctum. This SOL, if they want to move further into the tournament, they have to win this point right here, right now. Can they do it, or will Maidong take the win? SOL, again, a team that we have not seen before, so coming out of the woodwork and playing extremely well so far today.
Yep, Lucio speed boost out on both sides. Both teams want to fight for early positioning here. Neither team going for the high ground. In fact, just going straight on to the point. And wow, see the side of SOL just exploding. Icefeld and Evo pick up 2 quick kills. And this is going to be a very decisive team fight in favor of SOL. And now, they're not only are they going to be ahead in ultimates here, but they're going to have positioning. And this is not how Maidong wanted to start out this round.
So Maidong just pushed in 6 versus 6 and managed somehow, some way, to not even get 1 kill. They didn't get a single kill in that last engagement, and that's very bad for Maidong. As the ultimates well underway for SOL in this next engagement, could be very ugly.
And
Might
right
not
now,
get an early pick or something like that. That's what they need.
And they're not able to get it. Web pass went in a little bit before the rest of his team. He's taken out by Icefeld, but Pulse Bomb comes out from Mendo. That could be the equalizer. Gets 2. Now 3 kills for the side of Maidong, but Icefeld coming back with the Deadeye. Gets the double kill. In comes Unko Therez, trying to steal play of the game yet again, bringing up all those fallen heroes. Mendo back in the fray, able to take out Outsider and Vainless, and this should be a hold for the side of Maidong. They're able to retake control, and let's talk about Unko, man. My goodness.
Yeah, seems to be in the right place at the right time, over and over and over again. You know, one of the main skills that you need to learn as a Mercy player is how to survive. That is it. You gotta heal, you gotta damage boost as much as you can, and switch when appropriate, but you have to survive and jump in at the right time, DP.
AKM was going for the Deadeye. He got taken out by Icefeld. Choi able to take out Unko, so this is going right the other way. Choi about to build a Death Blossom. Could be death all around him in just a moment. He's looking for it. No, he's pushed back by Winds. Winds mitigating the worst of that Death Blossom, but might not be able to mitigate the rest of this team fight, as the momentum is still very, very much in favor of SOL. SOL pushing Maidong out and very much about to take this point. That being said, still a little bit of hope. Tavik and Winston are on the point, but no, he's gonna get stunned. Winston running for his life. Down goes Webpass, and this should be SOL's point.
AKM barely survives, able to back off from the last second. No, he will go down as well, so SOL should be able to grab the point as well as tick off a number of percentage points because Maidong is in this very awkward position right now where they're filtering in 1 at a time. Mendo's somehow surviving for just way too long there.
He not only survived, but he also took out Icefeld. That is, I don't even know, but in the end, a pretty...
baby, or 1v4, something like that.
Wasn't a bad delay. That being said, they're not even going to wait for Mendo. They're coming right back in. In goes to Winston. In comes AKM with the Deadeye, looking for what he can get. So far, 5v5 on the point. Tvik able to get 2 kills on this thus far. Icefeld, though, able to take him out. In comes the Resurrection. Will it be enough? AKM going to go down, get stuck in that Graviton Surge, but really back and forth on both sides here. And I don't even know who's going to hold this. It's a 2v2 on the point, Fish Sticks.
Choi had his ultimate, decided to not pull the trigger. hold that for the next fight. But now with 70% ticked away, there's really only enough time for 2 more 6-man pushes for SOL, and they need to make it happen quickly. They're waiting for all 6. So really, this might be the last push for SOL. Their tournament life comes down to their performance right here and right now.
Speed boost is in, they're moving, here they go. Troy with the Death Blossom gets the double kill, moving forward, not bad at all. So far 6v4 in favor of SOL. Their tournament life was on the line, they felt it, they were able to move in, but Tvik comes in with a triple kill Death Blossom of his own. Reaper's getting value left, right, and center here, and we have a real fight on top of the point. Mendo able to take out Choi. Ruster, one of the only people left. It's Gorilla versus Tracer here. Not like this, Winston and Tracer. Tvik, though, coming back in as Reaper after healing.
Oh, they got
both teams getting reinforcements here. Fish to 6 is pandemonium.
In a split second, SOL regains control, but My Dong back on the point. They've gotten control again. It's on to the overtime. This is the overtime to define the tournament for SOL, and they're making it happen, but this is insanity. ZP, revives going, sound barriers going, ultimates left, right, and center. This is absolute insanity, but it does look like My Dong has taken it. They will take the win against SOL in an incredibly close, nail-biting 2-0 victory, and they'll make their way to the grand finals, ZP.
That was craziness back and forth. I thought SOL had it there for a moment, but you know, I think Tvik was looking at there saying, you know what, anything you can do, Choi, I can do better. Choi had the big Death Blossom. Tvik came back in with the Death Blossom of his own. It turned into a very small scale skirmish, but we saw that My Dong was able to hang in there, and they will advance to our Gamers Origin Grand Finals.
There you go, guys. That was a real entertaining Nepal for you. I certainly enjoyed myself casting. 69% kill participation for Choi with 44 eliminations. That is an incredible Reaper right there. And man, I just got to say, looking forward to seeing more SOL in future tournaments. They played incredibly well considering this is the first time that they've played together, at least that I know. I don't believe I've ever seen them play as a team. So SOL, man, that's a lot of promise for a brand new team in the scene. But now, most likely we're headed towards a My Dong versus Reunited Grand Finals. I haven't checked the bracket, but if I had to guess, that's what we're going to see. And that could be a good one. It's going to be the true test for Tvik and Mendo to see if their new team still has what it takes to be the best team in Europe and potentially the planet.
Definitely. And this